Lost Breed is over, it's done. That chapter is closed. We moved on to the next one. You wanna know the details? You're gonna find out in this video right now. Let's get it. The moment y'all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. What's the first line? What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy J Lev. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube, but we back at it, baby. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this, but I don't even want to give the I've been super busy whole thing, but you know, it's life and life be lifing, you know what I'm saying? So been a little bit busy, you know, online coaching, in-person training, running the gym, and also, you know, with the new brand that we just dropped. Yo fam, for some reason, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's an excuse, right? Let's just call a spade a spade. YouTube overwhelms me. I don't know why. I just don't. And the videos are usually easier to edit because it's just one clip. You make, you know, cuts here and there. You piece things together, but it doesn't have to be as fancy or like as planned or as cinematic as like an Instagram or a TikTok, you know? So I don't know, man. I just been slacking so much on the YouTube, but my goal is to get back on it. And that's why we're here right now, right? Because Dez is holding me accountable, you know, constantly saying, yo, when are we gonna do this YouTube thing? You gotta get on YouTube. I'll be having nightmares, not nightmares. I'll be having dreams like, YouTube. So, nah, you're not traumatizing me. You're keeping me accountable. So here we are. We're gonna stay consistent with it. You know, the goal is, not even gonna get into the goal, because if I don't stick with it, then I'm gonna be mad at myself.
The goal is to stick with it.
Just gotta stick with it, you know? So we're gonna get back on the YouTube thing, you know, okay? Whether it's filming workouts, day in the life vlogs, we got a lot of changes coming up, a lot of exciting changes, right? Some people are scared of change. It makes them nervous and all different types of things. And yes, we are, but we've been praying for these moments for so long, and everything is finally starting to come into fruition. So we're just gonna, you know, give everything to God, put one foot in front of the other, keep moving forward, keep progressing, execute. Execute was the word for 2025. It's on the vision board too. So yeah, it's about time. So like most of you know, I co-founded the Lostbreed in 2014. Man, it's crazy, that's a decade ago. So for those who don't know, I was about 20 years old and I was at Westfield State in Mass. And I always dreamed about starting a clothing brand. Around this time is when I discovered Nip, right? I even got Nip tatted on me for multiple reasons. That's my dog, RIP to the legend. I really was inspired by his sound, the way that he moved, the way that he did business. And like, I just thought it was super dope that everywhere he went, he had his own brand on, from head to toe. I was looking around at my closet and I was seeing, you know, I was having Nike and Adidas and, you know, all the basketball gear and stuff like that. And I was like, how dope would that be to have my own brand from head to toe and go places wearing my own brand? So that was inspired by Nip. Even saw him in concert and, you know, he's selling the merchandise and all of that stuff. And I'm like, man, this is what I want to do. So it was at that point where I really discovered, you know, part of my dream and part of my purpose, part of my passion, right at that point. 2014, Westfield State, Massachusetts, in the dorm room. You know, I was playing basketball and things kind of went sideways with it. Had a couple little injuries and stuff like that. Didn't have the best relationship with the coach, but transitioned the same passion that I had from basketball and transitioned that into working out, into lifting weights, right? And kind of use the weights and working out as a bridge for motivation and inspiration, and also to push the brand, which was the overall goal. It's crazy because I remember being in college and my boy Miguel, big shout out to Miguel, he had his own clothing line. It was called Starstruck. And, you know, he was selling t-shirts on college campus and, you know, we had people coming to the dorm. On top of everything that I seen Nip doing and watching Miguel do it in person, it just made it seem so much more tangible. And I was like, man, I really want to do this. So, you know, 2014, graduated college, went home, and with one of my boys, we started up the Lostbreed. The brand was super successful for about a decade. Met a lot of cool people along the way, traveled to a lot of amazing places. Also lived in LA for a little bit, but we'll save that for another video. Hey, leave a comment below if you want to know what happened in LA. So what once worked for me when I was 20 years old slowly stopped serving me as I got older. You know, there's a big reason why they say not to go into business with family or friends, right? It's just a known fact. A lot of business books that you'll read will tell you this. There has to be a lot of communication. There has to be contracts and stuff that are signed in the beginning. And obviously at 20 years old, we didn't do any of that. It was just everything was done on a handshake. Yo, you're my brother, so this is gonna be this, and that was kind of it, right? It was very unprofessional, but I'm sure a lot of us have this experience. And also, when we're 20 years old, our brains aren't even fully developed yet. We truly don't know who we are as individuals just yet. We're still figuring things out. We're still figuring out who we are as humans. We're still figuring out things that we like, things that we don't like. We're still figuring out who our group is, who our community is, who our tribe is. So at the young age of 20, I just feel like a lot of my relationships were based on proximity and convenience. It could have been, oh, we went to the same school. Oh, we play the same sport. Oh, we have similar hobbies. I feel like that kind of determines the friendship at that point in life. Looking at it now as a 32-year-old man, what I looked for in a friend back then is far different from what I look for in a friend now. Hey, look, man, I'm gonna just get straight to the point. People outgrow each other every day. And I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video right now, whether you've gone into business with someone, whether you've had a friend since high school or whatever it is, if you take a look around at your circle right now, this goes to anybody who's watching this video. You have had the experience of being friends with somebody or being so close to somebody and them not being in your circle now. It's just the way life goes. People come into your life for a season and a reason. And once that season is over, it's time to close that chapter and move on. Every day, every single day, I ask God to remove the people that no longer serve me and to remove the things that no longer serve me. So when people start falling out of your life, when things start falling out of your life, it's really God showing you that he's listening to you. It's like the example, you're hungry, right? So you ask for a full plate of food. When you get that plate of food, you can't complain and be like, oh man, this is too much. You just ask for it. It's the same thing. You asking God to show you who's supposed to be in your circle and who's not. And when it does happen, you can't be mad at it. You have to just accept it and move on. It's like a memory card. I always use this analogy. It's like a memory card that's too full. Content creators, everybody who's played a video game and had to save things on a memory card and all of that. When the memory card is too full, there's no space for new things to come in. You're blocking your own blessings by just holding on to the same old stuff over and over, especially when it's not serving you anymore. You're not making room for any new blessings, anybody new to come into your life. You're holding on to all this dead weight. I don't want to be walking around here carrying 100-pound dumbbells like this all day, all night, and all of this stuff, right? Because mentally, that's what I was going through. Mentally, I was in a place where I felt like I was carrying so much weight on my back, and there was so much emotional trauma and so much stuff that was going on behind the scenes that I didn't even want to express it to the public because we were trying to save the brand. We had so many times where it got to the point where it was like, look, this is it. We're gonna end everything. And then it was nah, bro. Let's piece it together. Let's piece it up. Let's work past this for the sake of the brand. But a lot of the times I feel like the friendship wasn't catered to, right? We didn't put enough time into the friendship and prioritizing the friendship. The business always came first. And I feel like that was a huge mistake. All in all, man, people either grow together or they grow apart, and that's perfectly fine. Change is inevitable and you have to be ready for it. You can't just keep doing the same thing and expect different results. That's the definition of insanity. If the love isn't being reciprocated, it might be time to move on. You can't keep trying to beat a dead horse. Once that writing is on the wall, you have to take the responsibility because that's God showing you that it's time to move on. You have to take the responsibility and be like, okay, you know what? This is my time. This is my sign. This is my calling. Now what's next? It's okay to close a chapter to start a new one. And you know what's the dopest thing about it? We're not even starting a new chapter. We're literally starting a new book, which is actually crazy. So when I say we're, I'm talking about the people who are in my circle now. I'm talking about the people that you may see me around, my family, all my close ones, everybody that show love, everybody that's bought a t-shirt, everybody that's liked the post, everybody that's reposted, anybody that's left a comment. We're the ones that's pushing this. We're the ones that's going to keep going, keep motivating, keep inspiring, and keep persevering and keep pushing forward. I've received so much support up to this point, whether it's people just listening to me, people just giving me advice, people just helping me move on and just helping me realize that if you do something once, you can do it again. You take the same lessons that you learned on try 1 and you use it again for try 2, maybe even try 3. So basically it's like when you climb a mountain, you might try the first time and you get to a certain point and you may not get the peak on the first time, but you use all the lessons from try 1 on try 2 to get you further. You use all the lessons, all the wisdom, and all the experiences that you learned from the first time, and you use it again on the second time, and you go even further. So that's really the goal right now. And I just want to thank everyone who supported the Lost Breed. Whatever it was, a like, a comment, a subscription, bought a program, bought a t-shirt, bought shorts, bought any type of merch, right? Reposted, whatever it was. You showed a friend. I don't know what it is. Even if you followed the account, man, even if you was a hater, I still appreciate you, man, for real. It was an amazing thing, and it's been an amazing journey so far. I've learned so much along the way. It's made me a better person and a better individual. And I couldn't be more grateful for everyone that's ever came up to me and, yo, Lost Breed, right? You know, any of that type of stuff, man, I'm super grateful. I pray that you can see past this situation. It's not about me versus anybody. It's all love, either way it goes. We pray for everybody's future endeavors. I just want to thank everybody that supported the movement, man, from day one until the last day, for real. And listen, man, this isn't like a whole sympathy call where everyone should be so sad. Oh my gosh, the Lost Breed is over, it's done. I can't even tell you how many DMs, how many messages, how many, oh my gosh, all of this stuff. Hey, what happened? All the comments. Hey, what happened to Lost Breed? Oh, what happened to Lost Breed? Bro, it's not a bad thing. And that's what I just want you guys to understand. And that's what I wanted to make this video for. It's a blessing. I was going through hell, to be honest with you, mentally, emotionally. And yeah, I've dropped little nuggets here and there, you know, whether it was through music or, you know, whether it's listening to me on podcasts and stuff like that. I've been vulnerable and, you know, have expressed how I felt about the situation and about different things that I was going through at the time. In the business, I was just going through a lot. It got to a point where the business wasn't filling up my cup anymore. There was a lot of the times I felt stuck, whether it was due to creative differences or whether it was due to communication issues. And I've been praying for this issue to be resolved for years. I feel like now things are finally starting to come into fruition. Things are finally starting to fall into place. I'm in a much better place now. You know, I've never been at this level of like happiness, I want to say, right? And the amount of gratitude that I feel on a day-to-day basis. Part of the reason why it took so long to get to this point and it took so long to actually like talk about this situation, because if you go on the Lost Breed Instagram, like the last post was, I don't even know, 2022 or something, people were still buying clothes here and there and everybody's wondering what's going on, what's happening, is this still a thing? Part of the reason why it's taking so long is because we have the gym. And that's like the last bit of connection piece that we have to each other. For so long, we couldn't come to an agreement. I wanted to sell the gym because I just thought that was the best scenario. He did not want to sell for his own reasons. Finally, we were able to come to a conclusion and sell the gym. Contracts have been signed, prayers have been answered. And I think that this is just the best scenario for everybody to move forward. And now everyone can do their own thing. Listen, man, we came, we saw, and we conquered. So about 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So about 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, I started to get that itch to create my own. Oh, man. So about 2 years ago, I started to get that itch to create my own brand, right? Something brand new, something from scratch, something that had no baggage attached to it, something that resonates with me today. I really wanted to create a fitness/lifestyle brand that emphasizes pushing past fear, doubts, and all limitations. Limitless Ambition isn't just a clothing brand, it's a mindset. With Limitless Ambition, my goal is to empower people, right? I want people to tap into their unlimited potential, whether that's physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, relationally, financially, and every other elite that you can think of. That's the whole goal and the whole premise and the whole vision behind Limitless. There's no way you can put us in a box. There's no way you can just be one thing or just A or just B. No, you can be it all. You know what I'm saying? You can do anything that you put your mind to. And that's the point of the Limitless Ambition. And for me, I felt like it was important to include ambition because there was an interview that 50 Cent did. And he said that he has this one disease that's not curable. And the disease that he has is ambition. He can never stop. He always has to keep going. Once he hits one milestone, he has to go to the next one and the next one and the next one. And yes, that can be overwhelming. Yes, that can be a little crazy. But it's what keeps us going and it's what keeps us motivated and it's what keeps us pushing forward, right? No matter what happens in life, you can be ambitious in anything that you do, whether it's the gym, whether you're studying for a test, whether you're going for a new job, whatever it is, you figure out the example. But it's just about having that ambition. And to me, I feel like everyone has it. It's just about tapping into it. We all have some sort of ambition in our veins, in our DNA. It's just about finding it and actually going to make things happen, executing, connecting that mindset to what you already have, and then you're going to be unstoppable. You're going to be limitless, for real. So maybe you're not a person that's always been ambitious. Maybe you've struggled with that in the past. Our goal is to show you what that looks like and to show you how to do it. If you're looking to become a better person, if you're looking to step into the best version of yourself, then you already belong with us. You're already limitless. You already got it. We all have different things that we've been through. We all have our own stories. We all have our own traumas, but it's just about pushing forward, pushing past those things and not using those things as a crutch. We got to let go of our excuses and we got to really just tap in. Our goal at Limitless Ambition is also to connect the mental health piece to it as well. We want to build a strong community. We want to have people supporting one another. We want to highlight the impact that physical and mental health have on each other, right? You can't have one without the other. A lot of people think, oh, if I just spend all my time in the gym and I hit all my physical goals, I'm going to be good mentally. No, you can't even get in the door to the gym if you're not there mentally. So let's start with that. We got a lot of things in the works right now. We got some new samples that are on the way. We trying to get some summer stuff popping. Ladies, make sure y'all stay tuned. Got some, not gonna say too much, but just be on the lookout. Just be on the lookout. If you don't follow the account, go follow it. It's at Limitless Ambition, at Limitless AMBTN. We abbreviated the ambition part. And to all those who are still watching this video, I really appreciate you. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the Instagram, follow the TikTok. There's a lot of big things happening, not only with the brand, but in my personal life as well. Big changes. You guys are not gonna wanna miss this. Make sure you stay tuned. Nothing but love, man. To the moon, let's get it.